The Freedom of Russia Legion is a military unit made up of Russian volunteers who fight alongside Ukrainians. These Russian citizens are actively involved in combat, not just on Ukraine's front lines, but also within Russia, where they have launched assaults, carried out armed incursions, and clashed with Russia's military. Newsmax interviewed the Freedom of Russia Legion, including its leader, to gain insight into the Russians supporting Ukraine and leading the resistance against Vladimir Putin.
My call sign is Caesar. I'm a deputy commander of Legion of Freedom of Russia. After beginning the full-scale invasion in February 2022, I decided to defend Ukraine.
My call sign is Rook. I'm a combat medic in an assault brigade. I saw that Russians were gathering to support Ukraine, and I joined because I understood that the only way to fight against the regime was with weapons.
How would you describe what's happening in your homeland in Russia right now? And how would you describe Vladimir Putin?
Vladimir Putin is he's a criminal. Russian people lived in poverty. They have no freedom. Putin dreamed about create a new USSR and to capture foreign countries with which he have border. And that's why he began this stupid invasion to Ukraine.
What do you hope to achieve by carrying out these assaults and attacks on mainland Russian territory?
It's important to understand that we are not fighting against Russians, but against an army that defends Vladimir Putin's regime. We want to show the Russian people that the current regime is not omnipotent and all-powerful, and give opposition movements more strength and support to fight against it.
And what do you think will happen if Vladimir Putin is not stopped?
If Ukraine fall, then the war will go to Baltic states, to Poland, to other countries. The war will come to Europe. Now Western world must to help Ukraine. To Western people I want to say, if you will not support Ukraine now, later you will fight on your own land. And the all nightmares of war you will see near you.
It's important to understand that help for Ukraine and Russian volunteers like us must continue. If aid slows down, the West will spend $600 billion instead of the current proposed $60 billion in assistance to Ukraine. Because these days, the Russian government is increasing its power and its military-industrial complex. And in the future, this will be much more difficult to fight.
If Russian forces were to capture you, you will not be treated like a prisoner of war, but as a traitor. How does that make you feel?
If we will be captured, there will be no justice. There will be heavy tortures and fierce death. We understand that, clearly understand, but that will not stop us. They couldn't scare me. I can die, my family can be killed, I clearly understand. But I will not stop, I will go and fighting till the end. We will win.
And do you think you'll be going back to Russia?
Yes, of course I will go back to my homeland. It's just a question of time. We will win and we will make Russia great again. Great, it means that the peoples in Russia will be free. That's, I mean, great Russia. Western countries afraid of change. They know that Putin is son of a but he's understandable son of a bitch. They afraid of power changing in Russia, and they're afraid of such instability. Do not afraid. Do not afraid. Support us. Support Ukraine.
Russia has labeled these pro-Ukraine military units as terrorist organizations and placed bounties on their heads, accusing them of treason against the motherland. However, these Russians remain resolute in bringing the war home to Russia and overthrowing Vladimir Putin's regime. Shelby reporting from Ukraine for Newsmax.